sitting idly by.
And then he just gave up on the last name, I noticed.
He did. That's the end of it.
It's fine. Look, I do think I get where they're going on the desk. Both of them had predicted at the start of the series that Mirage was a foregone conclusion to mousesports based on the virtue of the 2-0 from Chad, and Thorn just said it. He expected that it would be 2-1 with Inferno being the win. I still don't think it's that simple. And that is for the reason. That wasn't actually meant to be a pun, but that is literally why. Because they can make this close. All they need is 2 other players to show up, even a little bit.
It's never over. The fact they've struggled on Mirage before, surely they're aware this would have come into the map pool today. They've probably worked out how they can counter the Chris J orb towards shore. They might have some tricks up their sleeve. Who knows is the reason they let this come in towards the map pool. Time will tell, though, map, and we'll get into the second map here. It is going to be Mirage, and Navi desperately need a very flat performance in the first map on their pick. And they're going to need all the help in the arena they can get to stand a chance here. We'll get into the first round right here, right now. It will be mousesports side on the T side, which does bode well. I did say coming into this one, if they could win the knife and not get destroyed being on their T side, Navi could stand a chance here. We'll see. Zeus with the kit and the smoke grenade, and we'll be into the action in a second. It is live. There we go. And it's just about catch the action here as Flamey to defend 5 players, and he's doing a great job so far, but down he goes.
Yeah, Sonny was not going to give him any breathing room after hitting that first shot, get immediately in his face, get all up in that grill. But Simple and Zeus have the kills instead. Drops us deep towards CTE, but he's got a little corner, that little bit of cover, and that's enough for him to try and take at least an isolated one-on-one against Zeus, but Zeus is up to the task, and that's always encouraging.
Yeah, absolutely. Great job by him.
Remember, they did, just to note, they did win this map last night, Navi, and Zeus was a big part of it. It was a big win as well against SK.
Yeah, that's true. It's a map they can play. They seem to be countered by mousesports in this particular one. Their CT setup they can't seem to handle, but great start, exactly what they needed. Get the pistol here, get believing. Try and get that 3-0. There has been so many back and forth affairs between these 2 teams in terms of the economy. Almost certain that the mousesports bring out the AKs in the 3rd round. They won't be forced buying in the 2nd here. The bomb was planted, of course. So at this point, just wait for that. They're going to have a deagle for Sunny. Going to manage to get a couple of kills at least. As we get into the next round, we'll see whether we can make anything of it.
Simple goes to the window. He's got the M4. Rops and Sunny go and hold toward the doorway and Horseshoe. Lock and key. Stick goes out from underneath, but Flamey's already there to easily take down him. It's going to be immediately a quick kill and a smoke off to hold middle. They have lost Simple, however, so great response by Sunny. He's just going to try and conceal himself inside of the smoke and reveal all as time works against Flamey, who's making noise and getting away, but getting away he creates distance, and distance will negate the amount of confusion available to Chris by getting a cheeky little angle coming out of that smoke, and Electronic closes out, so no problems there. Electronic, we switched to his view, is a little bit further back to give you a better indication of how he found that kill with Flamey's assistance. So 3 players that can see toward Connector, 2 that can see toward Palace, and I would say pretty well locked, okay, I was going to say pretty well locked down with Electronic's position, but he gets caught out by Sunny. And now there is access to default for the plant. There's no one toward CT, so they can gamble on it. There's no smoke toward that position for safety, but you might as well hold. You need the bomb plant for the sake of income. They're going to get that as well.
That's actually a fantastic round for mousesports. Might seem a weird thing to say considering they didn't win it, but they got a bomb planted with no armor, no grenades, a few upgraded pistols, and 3 kills. Are you kidding me? That's insane. Navi are really up against the ropes going to that next round. mousesports can even bring out the AWP if they want to, Matt. They're going to have a ton of money here. 6K on a couple of these players. As we get into round number 3, might have to be a pause. Simple can buy the AWP as well, though. Surely Oscar brings it out. He actually doesn't. He opts for the utility instead. He goes for the AK-47 and all the grenades possible. Pretty much the story for all of mousesports here. So, and we'll see whether this will be the round where mousesports make their mark here on Mirage. Round number 3, this is their pick. The winner of this particular series will meet NRG of all teams in the grand final. What an amazing story for them. Fighting back from 0-2 in the groups. They've made it all the way. Simple, boosted up towards Sean. What a shot that is, so precise. Chris J will find one at the same time, and he's made his way through the connector.
Simple trying further with the AWP. Navi with a perfect start so far, but the double bomb plant, you're right, that one kill from Sunny that enabled them to get the second one has opened up all the opportunity that mousesports seemingly need, because 2 quick kills from Chris J, and all of a sudden it's a man down from Navi. They get 1 in response. Simple still alive, has full HP on the AWP, but Zeus with only 13 on an AK, which means duels are less likely to go his way. Back toward the A site. Bomb still in middle. It should get there just simply by positioning. Simple's going to have the best chance to shut that down, but if they're slow and a little bit too timid about clearing the site, look at the flank that's happening. Zeus, although he's low on HP, he's got to the top of middle. He can quickly catch them off. He can quickly realize what's going on, and Simple has as well. He's gone aggressive, but he's countered. Great shot from Chris. Now it's really a difficult situation because so much time has expired. They're going to predict, if not have knowing that he's flanked all the way through mid, they're going to predict that he's coming from B and still look this direction.
That should solidify their chances here. Zeus with 13 HP comes in, and that's going to be the shot. Nice attempt by him. Good flank coming through, but Chris J with 3 kills. His push towards the connector was absolutely everything. Got that first kill, got towards the jungle, stopped the transitioning players, and it's got to be an eco now for Navi. Sure, they've only lost 1 round, but the ones previous, they definitely lost too many players there. 3 went down against a full eco mousesports here, so they'll force buy and do whatever they can. It's certainly not going to be ideal, though. A couple of CZs, a P250, 2 SMGs up against a fully equipped mousesports who now pick up the AWP from Simple. And we'll see if they can do anything with it. What's the play? You're going to have to stack somebody. You can't play a default setup, surely. Someone has to go for a push, make a play. They'll hold up in a very default manner for now. Simple, though, he might get a chance to get this first kill. Does damage. How does he do it every time? Through the smoke, connects the final bullets, and it will be the opening kill for Navi.
Simple always finds a gap. He always finds an opening, Oscar. He's looking for one in the AWP at top mid. Sunny trying to work out from the Bartmans, has eyes toward the window, but 2 players already in, and a third coming from Catwalk means that that rotation's not the immediate threat, and the pistols are actually menacing. Dink onto Sunny. So much presence toward B. He's only spotted 1 of them as well. Does mean A's a little more open, but they still have a forward stance on that side of the map as well, and that does include Flamey and Electronic, which means they've got 1 SMG. Good find from Zeus as well. Pushed up to catch out Sunny after he took the damage, and that's a gun available because he's going to smoke it off. So AK grabbed by Zeus. Nothing Rops could do about it. He's trying to get Rops. Rops didn't have a nade either. He could have been cheeky and tried to maybe nade the AK back out toward him, but...
Well, this is looking very good. Zeus with the AK now, you're right. And they'll go towards B, but it feels like Zeus's position is almost perfect. He's going to take down Rops. I would say can't win the duel though, but Simple, my God, can he? He gets another 2 kills at UMP. That's going to surely bring the round in favor of Navi. Time ticking away, 15 seconds, 3 versus 1. Rops is incredibly talented, but it looks like this one will be out of his wheelhouse. 3-1 now, and it's all down to Simple with 3 massive frags there with the submachine gun. Kicks it off from the window as they go into their default. We said it before in Inferno, those are the rounds mousesports really struggle with. And on Mirage, their pick, it could all come crumbling down. Who knows? 3-1 at this point. And this was where it all changed. Simple got the opening frag. Sunny went towards B, then got dinked. And how does he make this work? The long-range spray finds 2, farms a load of cash. They don't pick up the AWP, but mousesports presumably on a full eco at this point, and indeed they are. Just Glocks and 1 flashbang.
Smoke goes out. Electronic will take a bit more of an aggressive stance to the site in the process of throwing it down. Luckily, Flamey's there as well because they did lose a 1-for-1 in the opener. Oscar from range. It's Flamey. That's frustrating, if anything. And Flamey couldn't hit that shot, but it's still Navi with the round. 4-1. Good start. Exactly what they need on Mirage. And this does start to set up good conditions in the fact that they started CT. I think they had to start CT.
Yeah, absolutely so. They start on the T side, that's where they really struggle. They need to be posting like 11 rounds, I would say, here, to give themselves a solid chance. mousesports is so good on this map, but so far so good. Another buy available for the international squad, mousesports. 5 AKs here, but you can see the utility certainly lacking. Sunny with 1 flashbang. Rob's already expended this single smoke he had, and it's going to be a nice aggressive push from Electronic, trying to get that first pick. This is good though, they're getting comfortable now. Want to try and get these picks in their favor. Electronic can't quite connect though. Sunny down to 57, and it will be an A execution now. The smokes have gone in, the flashbangs are there, and Flamey at this point might have to wait. You can see that different smoke use now. It's actually on the steps to actually negate the usual gap that's there and allow them to plant. It's a 5 versus 5, and mousesports look poised to take their second round.
Bomb still ticks. 5 versus 5 in the retake. You said it. It's not common. Flash, smoke. They're going to try and get on this immediately. It's Simple that's going to tap it first. He's not one with the kit. He wants to fight. He wants to bait out some shots in his direction. And Rops gets the first kill. Simple's yet to find anything. That wall of smoke is giving Rops so much room to work. As Oscar gets a kill to go along with it, it's Chris to find the last remaining player, but not the kill. Electronic with 2. He does have a kit.
Yeah, the bomb's gone.
Bomb's gone at this point in time.
Well, every kill he does find is valuable. That was a 5-on-5 retake. They do manage to take 3 kills away from Navi. Electronic looking like he'll survive at this point. Nowhere they're going to hunt him down. And he'll survive on 13 HP. But it's the second round for mousesports. Costs them a lot of money, but they'll be able to bring out the AKs again. I don't think they can bring out the AWP just yet. That's where Oscar becomes very deadly towards that B side of the map. Likes to work the B apartments time and time again, finding those opening picks. And remember, we've discussed this before, Zeus is going to be playing on that B side of the map, and a lot of teams will try and exploit it. Mousesports have already played them on this map plenty of times, and that's where they went. Even in the grand final of Season 4, they kept going towards B, trying to punish that fact that one of the weaker fraggers is on that side of the map. See whether they are that way inclined again. 2 players in towards the apartments for now. Smoke down deep to allow Zeus to maybe push up, try and find that first kill.
Sunny will back away the smoke down inside of the apartments and doesn't want to contest too heavily. Incendiary ready for Zeus.
Just want to buy time if they come towards that direction. Reposition. Not alone. He's got Hedward towards shore, but still vulnerable. Slow around here for mousesports. Still with 3 smokes as they look for the mid control here. Chris J bravely goes out towards middle. What a shot that is from him. Edward can't connect the M4A1S. Smoke towards the window now. Chris Lowe, presumably be taken down here, playing with fire. Sunny, will he be checking this position in the connector? Certainly not. Simple punishes him for it.
Good find from Simple.
Oh
Simple's going to follow it up as well. Get Oscar Electronic to find Chris J. As they got in toward the window, they tried desperately to sneak behind, and Simple's got a 3rd in the round. He finds Stick Note for a 4th, and it's 5-2 Navi.
Looking so good now. That's a reset, no plan. Mousesports. Such a slow default for them, doesn't really bring much at all. It was the opening pick for Chris J as well, but they went towards the connector. Sunny not checking his angles. There's 2 you really need to check in there. Close left. Wasn't counted for and taken down by Simple, who then got the follow-up frag, of course. And like we said, Simple has just been so fantastic throughout this entire tournament, this entire year. We talked about it yesterday, the last 2 years, Cold Zero has been #1, but there's no disputing Simple in 2018 certainly has got that position solidified at this stage. Such an amazing fragger for the squad. And could he be the catalyst to take us to a 3rd map?
He won't go down without a fight. You can guarantee that much. So, like we said, even though this map's gone against them against mousesports so many times, he absolutely was going to make it close. Sunny looking a little bit frustrated during that timeout. What's the response from mousesports? 2 AK-47s, 3 pistols to work with, armor for everyone, helmet for Sticko.
So it is the force pipe. They don't really have much utility. I assume they're going to fake towards A. You can see the bomb over towards B right now. That could go towards the underpass for a split, but I feel like they're going to be a little bit more tactile than that. Chris J and Oscar just holding up for the aggression. Zeus does throw the deeper smoke once again. Now the Incendiary just trying to buy time once more. Sunny in the Palace. He's only got the Desert Eagle, remember. It's Chris J and Oscar with the rifles, both of them in the B apartment. So this has to be a ruse. They're suggesting that this is an eco. 3 players with just pistols making their way towards B. If they can find trades, like 2 kills maybe, even the man disadvantage to bomb down towards B. They pull all the rotations towards A. Maybe Oscar and Chris can win out with the AK-47s. It's a tall order, I'll say that much. But a nice idea. We'll see if it works out for them.
In doing it that way, it's the 2 AKs to work together as well, so their hope might be to not only sell the fake, but to sell the fact that the guns won't explode with such ferocity. Go down, one to cover off the front side of the jungle, one to go on top of the stairs. Molotov to counter out the push, though, and Flamey's certainly ready if they do go through that. It's additional damage deployed to favor him. He steps on the flames himself. That actually aids Robs to get the kill. Now they absolutely have to consider the rotation because they go down a man early. Good find from Electronic. He'll spawn another coming out from Palace. Sonny's done a fantastic job, and he's already going to rotate off. He doesn't need to stick around. He knows they're going in on B. So any kill he gets is beneficial, but he wants to get over and help the bomb go down because he might have to. Zeus! Why did he pull out the knife? That's not a pistol. That's not the gun he was searching for. And the bomb does get planted. Thankfully, Oscar, from the perspective of Navi, in terms of redeeming themselves from that mistake, Oscar is on 4 HP, but he's got decent position. He knows they're going to be running in, and running with a lot of noise made. Goes out, finds Simple! Overreacts on the flick. He thought he was near the wall, and Oscar brings it down to just Edward. Edward's got a chance. Remember, they are low. Both of them within range of an M4. Spotted from the first. That's going to bait Oscar back in. Brilliant round from him. And Zeus, I have to see that again.
Well, I can tell you, he did a great job with the first kill, expended too many bullets, got the dink off, knew the player was low. He pulls out a P250 there, or USP. He gets that frag, man, but he pulls the knife out. I can't even begin to break that one down.
I think it has to be a mistake.
Oh, yeah, of course, but how does that happen? Like, as far as I'm aware, every pro will have their particular weapons pistol bound to a key. It won't just be a case of pressing 2. They normally have them bound to, like, the mouse wheel or the side button to bring out the pistol straight away. How he brings out the knife, I don't really know. It has to be the pistol there, and he probably gets the kill. But the knife comes in, and that's just it. It's over. And that's going to be the round given away. So we broke that all down pretty much exactly as we said. mousesports go towards A at the start with the pistol to actually find a couple of kills. Robson, Sonny, especially him with the deagle towards Palace, that was great. Left Zeus isolated. He didn't take the bait, though. I'll give him credit there. He gets the 1 kill and the dink. You'd think that'd be enough. But then Sonny just needs time, and Oscar stays alive just long enough, catches Simple out of position. And it does come down to another force buy for Navi here, as mousesports certainly stole that round away. We'll have MP9s, CZs, a UMP Simple with nothing purchased whatsoever. Does he have something dropped for him? He goes with the UMP instead. So they are going to be fully invested once more, and mousesports do struggle these rounds time and time again. Is there another chance of some Simple magic here? He got 3 kills with the UMP before. I feel like mousesports just overcomplicate things in these sort of rounds. They play themselves. They don't just do the default into an execution. They take so long. Someone gets picked off by themselves. Chris J could do that right now. He does get the first pick, though. That's better, but the trade comes in. He gives away an AK, essentially. But the B bomb site is completely open, so it is all a ruse. They are ready to go in, but they need to go now. They've already showed presence. They need to commit before Zeus has a chance to get back. But there it is. Oscar ready and waiting. That should be round. You might as well save that AK and these SMGs now if you're on the CT side.
Good play again from mousesports, and they start to turn the tables. We go 5-4 after this round, so it was a great start. Navi, we mentioned it. Simple gets 4 kills. They go up to 5-2. Great strategy call in the last round. Then suddenly mousesports closes the gap, and a gap that Navi need. Navi absolutely need all the rounds in blue. That'll give them a much better chance when they cross over. And Sonny might have been frustrated before the timeout or during the timeout. I'm sure he'll be much more delighted with the results since. So 5-4, 1 round between them. AK carried over for Electronic, 2 SMGs. Not much else. They'll be able to force with drops, but it's going to put them on break point on a tie game if they lose it. Packed house today.
Oh, of course. Let's hope Navi can give him a 3rd map. They want something to cheer about. Zeus looking a little bit agitated in the middle. They will take the port here. It's Tech, and it's the PC crash. It's always Edward that has the technical issues. I don't know what's up with this guy, but it is always him. As we'll wait for, I assume, a replacement or just a PC restart. And it does bring a pause to the action. So we'll just bring you up to speed with what's happened so far. Maybe just joining us, seen some of the hype for Simple on Twitter, for example. It's 5-4. It's the 2nd map of the best of 3. This is mousesports' pick. First map was Inferno, which mousesports ran away with. Navi didn't really put up much of a fight. Simple did. He posted 20+ frags, but his teammates couldn't really keep at that sort of pace. Electronic, most notably, had a very, very quiet game. We go to the 2nd map. This is much better, though. They start on the CT side, which they said they needed to. They absolutely had to start CT here to really even stand a chance on Mirage. These guys have played Mirage a lot, even at this tournament. It was the grand final of Season 4 here in Ukraine last time, and they got absolutely manhandled on Mirage. They just couldn't even get anything going on their T side. And that's why I said they do need at least, I would say, 11 rounds to have a fighting chance here. Maybe the pistol in the second half. Their T side really does struggle against the absolute power of those double orbs for mousesports. It's just too much for them, it seems.
Oh, some blank faces as we wait for the technical pause to be dealt with. That's what these guys are vying for. First, they've got to win this game, and then it's still one more because the finals come up later on this evening. NRG have made it in. That's impressive from them.
That's crazy. I love an underdog story. You know, I think it is a lot of fun. Got to hang out with those guys a lot in Dallas. Daps seems really switched on. He seems like this team is got the potential to win championships and get some trophies, and making a very convincing case to do so. These two teams right now on the server are in by no means their best form. This is a chance for NRG to actually realistically win here in Kiev. I don't think anyone would have them in the top 8 maybe coming into this tournament, especially they just lost their coach. They had a decent performance at the first event, we saw that, then dropped off a bit. We'll see if they can do it, but they'll be watching this. I guess you get somewhat of an advantage going this. You see what kind of form they're in today, what kind of ideas they're focusing on, where's Simple's tendencies, where is he feeling it, where is he hitting his shots. If you're in RG right now, you're definitely watching this with a notepad out and just working out what these two teams are presenting. So I'd be mainly focusing towards mousesports, I won't lie to you. But we'll see what happens here. 5-4 as mousesports get back into this. It is the force buy again. Remember, they did save the AK from the previous round. I'd tell a lie, they have saved around $1,500 per player, so maybe not all in, but they do get the CZs, MP9s, Simple on the UMP. Always a fighting chance, but it's another 4-1 setup. 4 players at the A bomb site, and then Edward alone in towards B with the MP9.
Sonny trying to figure out exactly where they'll be inside of the B site. No information as to that yet. Meanwhile, Chris gets inside of middle, up middle, underneath of the window. All the way in position to strike when he can, and getting much closer. I was going to say was Sticko to Chris. Chris gets a little bit of damage as he backed out and the smoke dissipated to the window, but it is traded, so they still get a bit of an advantage from that. Trades in some ways also favor the CTs in this case too, though, because they are down on weapons. So
yeah, any kill they can get finds them an extra weapon potentially, you know. So yeah, in this particular instance, trades are fine as long as a CT can recover the weapon. They'll go towards B. Remember, it's just Edward there. He needs at least 2 frags here, Matt. In his current position, might not be possible. Yeah, we'll see what's capable of as they'll make their way in. And Sonny presumably just wrecks him here. Indeed, he does.
So Robs waits to see if anyone will flank from the apartments, and he's right in doing so. Zeus already heading in that direction. Simple has picked up the AK in mid, so you're right, that trade does amount to a gun. It won't amount to the round, but it's an AK on the CT side. And Simple as well is absolutely lethal with that accuracy, so you give him 1-shot potential. It might be enough for Navi to finally win out around me. Remember, this goes 5-5 at this point in time. We're back to a tie, and Simple caught off by Rops.
Looked like he was looking away from the screen there as well.
Well, and this is my thought on that. And you're right, he was. I think he's expecting that you get in that position. They usually get to the courtyard because you can survive the blast of the bomb, and then he strikes at that point. I don't think he was ready for Rops to be that far forward. But you almost have to wonder if the AK is more worth the kill, more beneficial than the kill, that is. Oscar trades out Electronic. They won't carry either of the AKs over. 5-5.
5-5 here, the scores on the doors. Electronic posting better numbers here, that's promising for the rest of the map. Simple 13, Electronic 10, Flamey, Edward, and Zeus at the bottom there. Now the top 4 mousesports will be Rops on 9 and 8, Sonny and Oscar in second place with 7, Christian 4 for 6, and Sticko, quite a game from him. He actually had a very good performance on Inferno. We'll see him at 2 and 8. So at this stage, 2 weapons available from the previous round for mousesports. Money should be fine in that camp. They might have underestimated the supplies. Did you see the Mac 10s coming out? Maybe just 1. But now the tactical pause taken away. We haven't seen Oscar on the AWP as of yet. Just a little note there. He normally does use it quite efficiently towards the B side of the map. I don't think I've seen him pick it up maybe once, I can't remember, but hasn't really done anything too detrimental towards Navi just yet. We'll get into round number 11 here. Mach 10 for Sunny, and he's got 3 naked heads in front of him, meaning they have no helmets and they have a lot of vulnerability to that SMG. He's got the running gun potential.
Sunny with the Molotov, going to try and flush out Zeus. You've got to start to feel the pressure at this point as this game slips away on the side they need to win massively. Zeus will back off, different angle to cover the window. Wants to just spot them on cross. Don't expect them to get a kill in that position with just the FAMAS. But any damage helps, and staying alive important. Meanwhile, back toward middle, it's Chris that's going to lead off from underpass. And Electronic had a vision of it, but with no support, no one to trade. Window being smoked. Specifically, he backs away, doesn't want to watch it directly. They'll know Chris is down below based on the Molotov being thrown. Ever gets on the cinder block. Simple finds Chris. He went inside. I think he was expecting a flash or waiting for a flash because he looked away as if his teammate was going to throw one. It didn't come at all, so I don't know what was going on with Chris looking away so quickly in that position. It didn't look like he was checking the corner. I could be wrong. But it's Simple that gets the kill, and Navi to get the lead as a result. No further smoke in the window, and Oscar wants to be the next to step in. That means Edward has a bit of a position to catch him out easily. Easily catch him out.
Yeah, that position is being a little bit of a nuisance there for mousesports for Zeus. Can't go down with nothing here, but Edward is there to back him up. Lovely work with the FAMAS. That should be the round completed. Can Rox make it expensive at least? Maybe so. No time really remaining. They'll have to try and turn all the plants. Simple they've taken down. Navi will take the lead once more, 6-5. As the money's still strong for mousesports, Oscar now on the AWP. This is where he can start to make a real mark here. Remember, it is a CT-sided map, so mousesports with 6 rounds, that would be fine. If they can win the half, that would be something quite special. We'll see. There'll be a couple of compromises on the terrorist forces. The buy is there, but Chris J's going to be on the CZ. Same story for Sticker, actually. So they're putting all their eggs in the Oscar basket. See whether he can get it done. It'll be an A execution right off the bat here. Simple patrolling towards the window. Spams off through the smoke, trying to get the opening kill. Nothing there just yet. Smoke's deployed towards A. Molotovs as well. Flashbangs to go in. It's up to Flamey now to try and defend this with the M4A4 and towards 4.
Simple, good shot. Turn from Stiko, considering he's on just the CZ-75. Bomb is dropped. They'll recover it on the way through, but not for long. Electronic has other ideas. He'll put that back down inside of Sandwich. Flamey works back out from CT. Drops the one he punishes. It's just Oscar and Navi looking to get back-to-back rounds, which is perfect because this will avoid the reset. Big gap in that smoke. Oscar would love for them to overstep the mark in it, and they do. Flamey caught off. Give the man a shout. A minute to work with, and it's Oscar.
Yeah, absolutely so. So they have got the bomb. Oscar is going to be patiently waiting for that smoke to go down. Currently, Electronic in the Ports Palace, Edward at jungle. So they have got good positioning. We'll see whether Oscar can do anything with this. Maybe wants to get to the AK. We'll see.
Oscar taking everything that's given to him, but Navi is willing to concede and allow him that movement. Gets toward the bomb. Didn't actually pick it up. Don't know that he's aware of that, but he stepped immediately beside it and didn't grab it. Now he'll realize and go back for it. He's lost a bit of time. Made some noise. 13 seconds. There's no chance he wins this round. Running it to B. Yeah, I don't even think he gets there for the plant. 8, 7, 6. He's going to commit to it. Edward's going the wrong way. He's missed it. He's got it. He's got it right on 4 seconds. Unbelievable that Oscar gets that down. He timed that to perfection. I think a little bit of luck in doing so. Fair play. Could have easily been caught in the vent. Could have easily been caught in the window, but he's not going to get luck on the first shot. Misses out on Edward. Tagged down to 3 HP. That might have won him the round in itself. They'll go together. They know he has the op on the site, and he's going to go back for more. He's still in it because the AWP, if he's fast enough, can absolutely take down Electronic, who has to play this very, very cleverly. No kit to work with, and Oscar will buy time. He's going to play the pillar. Swing back out. Electronic taps in, and Oscar, he absolutely nails Electronic.
That's unbelievable. What a player. We've been talking about Simple this entire time, but Oscar's been a sleeper. He's been waiting for his moment to show us how good he can be. That's a 3 versus 1 with 10 HP there as well. Unbelievable. That could be it. Oh, Navi just shattered by that. That's going to put them in full tilt. How's he got away with that? Not only did he plant the bomb with half a second to go, he then comes out and hits everything, and it's a quick score to finish things
everything
off.
after he went to 3 HP,
exactly.
no less. Simple does at least start it off by getting Oscar down, maybe a round too late, but it's with the Deagle gives them a chance. Romps will pick up the AWP. Sunny toward the lock and key, the cubby at mid. Sticko's going to Molotov off the window. That'll allow them to move up a little bit closer to connector, but they've lost Rops as well. Anyone who touches that off is a cursed man this round, it seems. AK picked up this time for Zeus to go along with the AWP that Flamey wields. Interesting that Flamey has that, and not Simple. Simple already got the kill on the Deagle, perhaps justifying why. Edward, good shot on the shotgun, overcommitting, wanting to whip it with a weapon in return. But it's a 4 versus 2, so Navi might not be rolling over so easily. And talk about a reset, talk about the half needing to be in their favor when they swap over. They're giving themselves the best chance of doing so. Further dink from Simple, that's going to do a massive amount of damage. Simple follows up and takes down Stico as well. It's Sunny that has the response, but he's in a 1 versus 2. AWP and AK against him. They both have armor. They don't have kits, and it is planted for Sunny's position. It's slightly off so that Zeus can't spot him, meaning if he hits the shot on Flamey and Zeus is low enough, it could be a massive problem for them because Zeus is on 13. That's happened so far and all too easy at that point for Sunny.
Sunny lights them up as he gets 4 kills. Brilliant stuff from him, and it's back-to-back clutches for mousesports there, 7-6. That was the force by an opener from Simple. You thought it would be enough as it comes down to the 2 versus 1, but it really shuts them down now. They've lost the lead, 7-6, and they're force buying again, Matt. These guys just don't know when to quit, do they? They are going to be fully purchasing into round number 14. They are on full tilt, I would say. There's no need for this. Surely eco for the last round. CZs, UMPs. This game isn't over. You don't have to keep force buying like this. Well, they're hoping that mousesports are low. Sure, they're not ideal. They've still got 4 rifles in the AWP. You've got no utility, and you've fully invested with 2 SMGs, and you've lost that first kill. And that could be the game completely out of control now for Navi.
Back-to-back clutches. I say it was all too easy for Sunny. He played that very well. Don't discount the amount of effort involved, but it all played in his favor. mousesports cracking Navi wide open. Simple will shut down Sticko. Remember, they're the defending champions of this event. This, of course, being a rematch of the final, and they'll go against NRG if they are able to take down Navi in this map. They'll win out the series on the next. Either way, it's Sunny that gets Edward down 8-6. What's left on the cards for Navi? Not a whole lot really dealt to them. They will get an AWP out immediately. Zeus holding that. That's not been thrown to Simple yet. Rally the troops.
They're going to need that energy. And it is Zeus on the AWP map. You haven't seen anything like it. We saw Edward have a go with the orb yesterday. Zeus is going to be wielding this time, presumably towards B, just be holding it at the end of the apartments. That's fine. It's a very viable position for it. We'll see where he can make it work for himself. No armor. So 4 AKs the AWP, 8-6. Navi on the ropes. The clutch potential of mousesports has just been off the scale. Oscar and Sunny beating them down. Zeus with the orb, the rest of them on SMGs and shotguns, Matt. Really isn't an ideal setup. If Simple has that orb, I'm thinking, sure, he can just run around and kill people. Zeus might be able to get one and fall back, but he's not going to be able to carry the round.
Yeah, Zeus on the op is very peculiar, but he's going aggressive. He's all the way up to the B kitchen. Good find. Good find.
That's not bad at all.
Credit to Zeus as well to get aggressive and be assertive.
Yeah, that's a big play. Gets the advantage. Is it enough?
Chris goes back down to the underpass. Edward will hold above. He's on catwalk. That means he's able to support Zeus, who's got another angle. They know that op was around. What do they do to combat it? Flash out, perhaps. Oscar. He's got an 8 ready. Zeus gonna go again. Crowd is making a bit of noise. It's audible.
Oh!
But it's fine from Zeus. You can always hear the rumbling. They weren't too loud. I don't think it would have given much away, but sometimes you worry in those situations. He still does damage. Damage will help. Doesn't land the shot when they do arrive in the site, however. The damage certainly gave Edward the further kill, but in going down afterwards, Sunny and Rops open up the site. Look at the flank from Simple. He's already on it. Oscar. Oh, I was going to say, won't expect it so soon, but checks it and Simple goes down. It looks very likely we go 9-6 as Electronic from that range cannot do anything against Sunny.
Well, that one certainly heated up towards the end of the first half. What unbelievable clutches coming in. Oscars especially, that was something monumental, man. Navi had this game fully under control. Even at that point as well, you assume they win that round,
well,
they probably win the half.
And not to discount Oscar, there were a few things that happened. First off, you peek through the smoke when it's a 1 versus 3. Edward moves away from the site. There's mistakes being made, and it's just that mousesports is able to capitalize on them in incredible style. It puts them in the lead 9-6. We'll take a break. It might be Navi's last half if they don't pick up their socks. Nine to 6 for mousesports on a T half, where in which they came back from being down 5-2. They won 7 of the last 8 rounds. Yeah, I think that's how most Navi fans feel right now. Probably wish they could have 5 simples on a lineup. It is the D side for Navi. They started a deficit, and this is when been most of the problems against mousesports.
You're absolutely right. I feel like they had to win that half, and they should have done. Those clutches, however fantastic it was from Oscar and Sunny, those were rounds Navi should not have given up. 15 kills for Sunny. Robs are there at the top as well. Good job by him. As we get into the second half here, another must-win pistol for Navi. Remember, they got the 3-0 conversion, actually 2-0 conversion. It was forced by mousesports, but then Navi got back into it. They were 4-1 up to kick that half off. It ends 9-6. A little bit disappointing in that respect, considering how high they were flying. We'll have a look at the setup. 1 smoke, 1 flashbang, simple on that PT-50 armor.
Oscar with the USP inside the window. They've got a stack at top middle, expecting aggression from mousesports. They've certainly got a number of examples and samples to work off of going into this game against them. I know Chad mentioned they wouldn't have had time to prepare given that they had 12 hours. I wouldn't give them quite 8 hours sleep in that, considering you got to wake up, get ready, eat before you get here this morning, and it takes some time to unwind last night. But they know each other well, so they'll be prepared to some extent. However, perhaps not for the slew of kills that come in from a great B setup from mousesports as they shut down Simple. Stick out with the last kill. It's now 10-6, and that is exactly the opposite of what the doctor ordered.
Yeah, that's really not ideal. It was going to be round number 17 here. Navi, presumably with no bomb going down, have to force buy at this point. Will it be enough? Simple with the CZ. Doesn't go for the Deagle, which gives him more range. We know how powerful he can be, that particular weapon. Just a 1 Deagle, I think. That's going to be in the hands of Edward. No grenades on a T side. Just pistols. It will take a massive mistake from mousesports, I think, to give them any sort of leeway here. Oscar's gone for the auto shotgun, though, but at the close ramp, maybe it's not going to be the worst thing in the world. Oh, my God. Completely eviscerates Flamey there as the first kill comes in.
He's out to prove a point.
Yes, this gun is good.
And it's against Navi as well, which was the game in specific. I think they might have. The game in specific, he came under scrutiny, shall we say, for using the shotgun in a 16-2 loss on Nuke. Rops could find it simple. They'll control things. They did certainly make contact inside of Connector. They'll rotate back around on the Navi side of things and work toward A instead. In tow is Edward. Bomb in the hands of Electronic. So Zeus with the CZ. Oscar, perfect position, but traded out as Electronic was immediately on the case. That's perfect from Edward. That's a kill they need. An offset kill. Still leaves them a man down, but it gives them access to getting a bomb planted. And Edward with a deagle gets another. Get that bomb down, boys. They'll check Connector together. They've got an M4 picked up. Electronic capitalizes. Plant the bomb. And it's Electronic that will babysit. And my goodness, give the babysitter a tip because he'll keep the round for Navi.
That's pretty phenomenal. They turn their fortune around. And the force by woes of mousesports continue. 10-7, but that's going to bring Navi right back in the game. Will they force by a response? With a 10-7 lead, they don't have to. They are going to bring out the CZ, though. There's some armor as well. Looks like they will go for the investment here. Certainly capable of winning these rounds. Robs will be on the scout, which seems to be the general approach they're going for. He used to be Chris J for so many years. So Deagles, CZ, scout, and a P250 for Oscar, saving the money for the AWP. Get into round number 18 here. Oscar boosted up on the side, remembering that P250 doesn't have the CZ. There's going to be A execution here. That could work perfectly. Only Rob's waiting on the other side.
Fast from Navi. Rob's trying to hit a chance shot through the smoke with the scout. He won't elect to continue firing. He actually backs off. He's taken a number of nades and shots. Takes him down to 18. Sunny. Spraying or spamming a deagle doesn't really work out often, but he was desperate at that point in time. Simple gets Chris J, and they'll already retreat to try and save what little they do have. P250's armor with a helmet for Stick-Up, more importantly, and Rops, the scout, Oscar, with just the P250, doesn't seem to be quite so concerned. He would love to upgrade to that AK, but knows that it's unlikely it's left alone. Further damage onto Flamey, but he goes back and rightfully adjusts to get the kill.
That should be it. Round for Navi. It's exactly what they needed after losing the pistol. Zeus probably gets this one, takes down Rops. And now just Sticko trying to stay alive in the back of the B side. He's got CZ and armor as he posts himself towards the bench position. Navi will have the full eco up against the next round as Sticko takes one away. Just trying to stay alive here, I can confirm. He does. He takes the CZ, but no upgraded weapon. Into round number 19 here. 3 players survive for Navi.
So we'll make a case. Bring this to within 1. Bomb intentionally dropped. This is an interesting round. Look at the mini-map. Bomb intentionally dropped in the courtyard at B. They're going to push up middle at the same time the snake was going the other way for the T's and in toward the B site. So looks kind of interesting. You don't see that often. They've realized it. They'll adjust and try and run back. 10 players alive as the bomb gets planted. That changes no sooner. As simple with 3 could spray down with the UMP in control. But it's Oscar again that's going to pick up an 8K, and he's heading for the hills. Whether or not they chase him down or certainly a matter of finding him, I suppose, because the chase is already on. Yet to be determined as Sticko does what he can. Desperate to try and keep them away from that connector position, and in doing so, keeping them away from Oscar. He's at the stairs at CT. Guns next round, no matter what, for mousesports, but AK is not certainly one that you can purchase on the CT side. And that'll be the case. Good find from Electronic, 1 round between them.
Navi right back in this game now. Just what they needed was that second round forced by victory. Money starting to stabilize. Oscar brings out the AWP. Here are the frag leaders, of course. Who else is going to be at the top? Simple, 23 again. His stats map must be absolutely unbelievable at this point. Unfortunately, I don't think he would be eligible for the MVP if he didn't get to the grand final.
Yeah, that's right. Last time he won it, even though they lost.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think they can do that. I think if they play the semi-final, he'll get it. Although he definitely deserves it. I think that'll be a bit of a stretch. But either way, Oscar with the orb this time, and presumably will be taken down. Electronic low, who's been legged up, but that nade's going to take down Oscar. Oh, he's fluffed it. How has he missed that grenade?
That's an easy one.
That was... And you could have jumped in the server and dumped that in there.
Oh, thank you, Henry.
Yeah,
I appreciate that very deep and emphatic compliment from you.
Oh, that's a shame. That was a guaranteed kill as well. And what a key target. Oscar, low HP. The nade would have absolutely taken him down.
Well, with smokes pretty much everywhere, including the front of the palace, they lose the man who could have easily gotten the kill and leave Oscar alive with an AWP. Does it come back to bite them? So far, it's not Oscar that's going to be the one to bite them. It's Chris J.
Oh,
Simple somehow gets away with Sonny in his face. Takes down 2. He's got 2 more to find, he or Flamey, as they both survive in the round with the bomb already planted. Oscar's moved all the way around toward the CT stairs. Sticko still has 100 HP and a kit to work with, so Oscar can get aggressive. He wants the M4 instead. He wants to be able to trade. He wants to be able to work with his teammate more effectively and simple. Falling off of Tetris, didn't quite spot them, getting further and deeper inside of the site, but I was going to say Flamey will get them both. He couldn't do it. Bomb's too far gone. Not quite. Sticko gets toward it. Simple's having the net, goes back and finds the kill instead.
Felt like it was over, the opening kill, and a missed grenade. That was the opportunity. Thwarted, but 10 to 10. And it will be 4 rounds in a row. Navi have come online here on Mirage. Simple hits 26 frags. 3 in the previous rounds. This guy is just on another level to everyone else. It won't be the force buy from mousesports. The partial investment comes through. Oh my God, how is he doing this? Gets that first shot. Will be taken down by Oscar. This could fall apart though. They've overcommitted. Surely they fall back at this point, but they'll keep going in. Zeus towards the apartments here. Oscar ready and waiting, but Flamey picks up the pieces. 3 versus 2 now, and that should be enough.
Sonny on top of the stairs. Wants an angle to spot out Flamey. He's spraying in toward the connector. That leaves him preoccupied, and Sonny gets the kill as a result. They're still going for the bomb plant. Sticko wants to capitalize on them doing so. They're not going to allow it. They don't even commit to it. They knew he would try and capitalize, and he would try and pounce, and Navi take back a lead. AWP brought out for Oscar.
Who would have thought? On Mirage.
I didn't know these people were here. Where did they come from?
Exactly. After winning both pistols. We'll see if Navi can do it now. AWP in the hands of Simple 4, I guess. I take it back. They won the second round force by this half. That's how they got into it, but they've had a clean run since then. Edward, oh my goodness, Sonny, you've got your work cut out for you here. Caught out of position, Edward, Smartly falls back. I think he would have had the advantage after the few missed shots there from Sonny. Flashbang in. Sonny suggesting that he's fallen back, but Edward ain't taking that bait. Chris J finally shut down. This double orb setup's not out yet. If they can control the money of mousesports, this could be enough to take us to a 3rd.
Zeus works his way up. Flamey covers off the window. Nade would do damage onto Sticko if he threw it over the cinders. Instead, he elects for the ladder. They want to deal with the immediate threat at the corner, and all suggestive of the fact that they still want to try and attack B from this position. They've gotten connector, they've gotten ladder. They may not actually. They could wrap back through the window. Sticko is certainly aware of the fact that they've gone this direction, at least to some extent. He does not want to move. They've got electronic staring in his direction if he even gets curious. Curiosity killed everything, Henry, not just the cats. And it's going to kill Sticko as well. Electronic has it. That's the explosion. That's the invitation. They'll work toward B.
They have to save now. Oscar and Robs to save the AWP and the M4A4, but Navi, they have the advantage as they take 6 rounds in a row here on the T side. Oscar has been spotted as well. Will they try and commit to the pick? Money starting to swell for Navi as 5 players survive once again. 27 for Simple. Electronic arrives just when Navi need him. So many big plays coming in, Matt. So many huge recoveries on either side, but the lion's share in this half at least going towards Navi. That pistol round felt like it was everything. mousesports did enough, but apparently not. As Oscar tries to hold on to his AWP here, might be able to do it. One more shot to hit. How does he always connect those?
Oh,
unbelievable. Finally taken down. Certainly worth the hunt, trust me, from Na'Vi. The fact they lose 3 kills, that doesn't matter. They've got so much money, and they've removed the threat for the next round.
Yeah, absolutely. This late in the game, take every gun away that you can.
If you can just avoid that double orb setup coming out at all, you've done a fantastic job. Still a long way to go. 12-10 in favor of Na'Vi. Third map will be Nuke to close us out, and we know what happened there last time. If Na'Vi can somehow get through Mirage, Nuke could be theirs.
2 rounds. Na'Vi, everything against them. The fact that it's Mirage, the fact that they lost their CT side, and they are the one that are currently closer to the finish line. And a chance to get much closer against just the scout for ROPS. Look at the totals. Oscar leads the way on mousesports with 20, not far behind. Sunny 19, 18 ROPS, but it's 27 for Simple. That's unbelievable.
Well, here he goes.
Deaths.
Should be another gimme round here for Na'Vi. Just the scout, some upgraded pistols. Barely any utility as the scout desperately fires shots through the window. And the smoke, nothing connecting, of course. Flamey making his way out towards shore. Looks like they'll be focusing towards that area. They could go towards connector first. Sunny is such a demon with that Desert Eagle. Let's see whether he can peek and find Flamey here. The timing at this point would be perfect. Rob's waiting for any sort of action towards shore. Connects the first shot, Flamey down to 20 HP.
Simple with the AWP does get on the catwalk. Boost for Zeus. He's got the MAC-10, so he can afford to be a little more aggressive and get into these positions. Reconnaissance, if you will. It's got the run and gun potential. It's the least punishing weapon to give away, and they're not even going to give it away easily. As Zeus finds the kill on Chris, who was waiting behind the vent, knowing, or at least anticipating, that that was a very likely scenario. Oscar in spawn, trying to get behind them. Gets a dink onto Edward. They both ran into each other in a rather awkward manner, both with knives out, but Edward does recover and get the shot. Look at the HP. Simple's the only one that's unscathed. The rest are actually bleeding out. Thankfully for their sake in that regard. It's just 2 players left to try and oppose this outcome. An inevitable outcome in this round, it should seem, and Flamey finds both in the end. 13 for Na'Vi, 3 to go before we get to Nuke. And remember, Na'Vi destroyed mousesports on Nuke in the earlier series.
They definitely did. This is a convincing case to do so. They're in touching distance of a third after being dismantled on their map pick Inferno. Double orb setup though, map for the first time. This is where Na'Vi struggles to shut this down. Chris J, he hasn't really got warmed up with the orb so far. We'll see whether he can blow off the cobwebs as we get into round number 24. Maybe a change of pace here for Na'Vi. They've been running the default so far. Simple on the AWP. Zeus, he's got the MAC-10, and against 4 players of our helmets, that could be very powerful indeed. Looks like a contact play, as Sticko needs to be very careful here. The solo A, or B anchor, I should say. Good grenade, though, does a ton of damage. Almost 100, and Zeus commits with the MAC-10. In he goes, trying to find that first pick, and he's stealing away. Remember, Sticko has got no helmet. Oh, my goodness, Chris J. The double orb setup starts to ring true, and now it's looking like a clean sweep for mousesports here. Chris J wanting to get his teeth sunk into this half, and that's looking much better for them.
And great read by Sticko as well, that they'd gone behind him, used the smoke in the van to perfection to cover off both angles. Edward works back out, Chris's head shows, that'll give him 1 kill at least in the round, so not quite the clean sweep, excuse me. Would have loved to have that clean sweep as they try and build back up the bank, but a win's a win, a round is a round. And it's 11-13, they still trail, but they'll have that double op to use again this time. There's good amount of money for Zeus and Simple. They can force or afford to drop for their teammates in another round moving forward, but I say 2 rounds tops, and that's broken.
Well, round number 25, we're going the full distance here. There's a couple more buys left on Na'Vi. If mousesports can tie things up at 13-13, that's when they're in the driving seat, but still, that ain't easy. Simple on the AWP, and this is where Chris J, remember, think back to Season 4 finals. This is where they couldn't shut him down, and again, it's Edward that drops. Surely he doesn't get the second, but Chris J just relentless towards middle once again. Na'Vi can't contain him. They've got to just smoke that corner. Surely that's the only solution. Stop trying to pick him. As he'll get the opening 2 kills. Robs with the third, and now Simple and Zeus left in the 5-on-2. Surely just go towards the underpass. Let's stop feeding him. It happens every single time they play mousesports on this map.
Exactly. Once they get the economy, once he gets that AWP, He just combats them so perfectly. And Sunny's as well going to back off toward connector. I thought maybe if they got Sunny, they could divide the other two defense 2-2. He doesn't even want any of it. He'll allow them to have mid. No problem. Rops is so far up in Palace right now. Sticko toward the apartments. Sunny knows the only place they could be is in middle, and Oscar, great read, holding from ticket booth, has connector, so Sunny was watching window. This is great read. Good control. Good positions for mousesports. Now, we did say there was a lot of money for two players. We named Simple. We named Zeus. They'll buy in the next round. It'll put them up to a $1,900 injection. Wow. And that pretty much puts everyone on to last. I say that. Zeus has enough that he could buy up for one more. So bomb plant, and they've got another round easily.
As soon as it gets to 13-13, that's when I think Navi get uncomfortable. They'll have enough of the full buy here, even with the AWP. There might be a few grenades missing as Zeus will take the pause. They've now lost 2 rounds in a row. They still have the lead, and they will be buying up into this round, of course. Zeus with $10,000. Simple. Hasn't been fragging hard the last couple of rounds, at least. He actually hasn't posted a frag in the last 4 rounds.
Fans, I think they're a little anxious, a little nervous at this point. It's not quite as loud as it was a few rounds ago when things were going their way. Tumble up again. Keep an eye on Chris. Once again, he heads toward mid. He's in window this time instead.
Hasn't killed anyone in 5 rounds, Simple, just to note. That's contributed, obviously, to the drop-off in Navi. Simple this time with the AWP, takes a nade right to the face, down to 42 HP. So trying to get that first pick on Sticko, but he'll be sent packing.
It's unfortunate that he took the nade, but it's still the opposite. It's still Simple. He knows what his task is, and he'll waver in his confidence. Sticko in behind the van. Molotov goes in from his teammate at bench. That's Chris J, who's come back out from middle and brought the op to the 8 of B. They're going to back off. They don't want anything to do with it, Navi.
Coming out to the 1 minute mark here. Bombs down in T-spawn. That's collected by Simple. Smokes down towards B. It's a bit of a fake, but Sunny, he ain't buying it. They'll rotate back towards A, and they might have to consider their options here. They know it's nothing to do with B site as mousesports start to rotate. Luckily, Electronic gets a decent position here. Has Sunny preempted this? Oh my goodness, what a shot that was! Gets the double! Electronic stepping up just when they need him here.
That's so perfect, because it was a fake with no one on A. It was actually just going to be a full rotation after the smokes went down on B, hoping to beat mousesports positionally. They do that. They get Electronic to the window. My goodness, does he ever make good on it as Oscar CT found by Simple. Great shot, great anticipation as he was ready to fire as soon as Oscar's head showed. And Chris J and Sticko have suddenly realized the 14th round might be inevitable for Navi at this point in time. Simple gets Sticko. Chris just better hope to hold the AWP and watch out behind. They're already through the vent. And above him, did he not see him? I was going to say, Electronic standing right there. We can see his feet on our screen. And it goes 14. 2 rounds to go for Navi to finally overcome their nemesis on this map.
14-12. There will be money there for mousesports, but that's just what Navi needed. Like I said, Simple didn't frag for 5 rounds. He gets 2 in that one. Electronic with 3 after his heroic play towards the window. Finds Sunny, swings round to the jungle, gets both the kills, and at that point, the round was over. They're looking for map points here. They're going to go for an execution. It's Sunny and Robs to defend. Great riflers, but lacking grenades. Robs with nothing, Matt. He has to just go with pure firepower here. Playing a very common position. 4 players waiting to go towards A. Navi do have Edward in the apartments for now. It all comes to this point. If Navi can get map points, you feel like they'll close it out. This one would be the end of the mousesports economy, and we're going to nuke. Will it happen?
Why not? Every series on this stage has gone 3 maps. We had 12 maps yesterday. We've had 5 so far today. Edward gets to Tetris. Flames all over the site, and Rob's blinded up, needs to get away so as not to stand on them without knowing. Remember, flashes do more than just a visual deterrence. They also take away your hearing. Briefly, as the bomb will go down from Navi. Planted the outside of the default. Perfect position to cover off from A main. Small sandwich. If Edward just wants to comfortably stay there, they'll have to have someone from the ramp watch above him in case they jump around. It's Navi that has the bomb down with 5 players aside on either team, and Flamey, he's going to play this off Simple. He'll look for the first shot. Flamey will only swing when he has to. Good read on the flash from Simple to start it off, but they're going to go with speed, and they're going to go looking for trades on the CT side. You're right, though. They've got to go at some point. They've only got the one kid. If they're going to go, they've got to go. Sonny finds one in return. Simple's got a second, goes back out. Smoke on it. They're going to try and get Sticko in position because he's the one with the kit, but he's gone already, and the round is as well. Navi find that point.
Absolutely. The explosion of the bomb out in the crowd. Fill up the arena. 3 map points here. I can't believe that Navi have managed to best mousesports on Mirage. It didn't seem possible from the previous matchups they had before. There will be 1 AWP saved as mousesports desperately look for overtime here. 1 round and we're going to nuke. The pause is called by Simple. Actually, not mousesports here, so just going to work out how they can efficiently close this one out. Will it be the Hail Mary play, or they go for just a rush B, something much faster, execution off the bat, or just a standard default? Time will tell, but mousesports certainly on the ropes here. Oscar and Sun at the very top, 22 frags. A piece, Simple on top with another 30 bomb by him, but it's Electronic joining him. That's exactly what was missing from Inferno. Now Electronic's up there, posting 25 kills with Simple. Finally, he's got a compadre there with him.
And he's been the better on the T side, yes, which is the side that they've had the most amount of problems with, so perfect time to show up. And what a time to run out of cash if you're mousesports. Shows it well. Only 3 rounds going to mousesports on this CT side. It's not at all what you would have predicted based on the history of these two teams. Rops gets up underneath the shadow. He's got a deagle. Is he going to go all the way through on Palace? That's the question. If he gets aggressive, Flamey's already sitting back. Flamey taking a drink of water. Didn't even have his hands on his keyboard or mouse, but I doubt he would have gone that far anyway, so he was fine.
It all leads to round 28. 3 in a row for mousesports required. See whether they can make a dent here. The 1 AWP, the scouts. Pistol for Rops. Is it going to be enough? I would say no, but Oscar on the AWP, you never know what could happen. They'll go for their execution, not right away, but all 5 players triangulating towards this position now. They'll throw the bomb towards Flamey at least. Just want to make sure he has that. Simple to smoke the steps, presumably from this position. Zeus will be the solo player in Palace. 1 more round. There's only 1 player waiting for them in A. That's Rops. He's only got the deagle, but now he's got an AK-47. Zeus gives it away.
He's got an AK-47. He's got position as well inside of Palace. He doesn't need to do much. He can dictate his own destiny and when to peek. In fact, he wants to be even more clever. He's going to try and flank around behind them in hopes that they can slow them down long enough inside of the site. But the bomb has been planted by Flamey. He's tagged by Chris. The scout has done further damage, and all damage counts at this point. They need everything they can get. There's 1 kit. Oscar has it. He has the AWP as well, and he's inside of connector. Sonny to lead the charge. Smoke towards Simple. Rops is still trying to sneak in behind. Flamey goes to check. He's low enough on HP that Rops on the AK can certainly find the kill, and that has happened off screen. Meanwhile, it's Edward that we spot taking down Chris, so it's a 1-for-1 in that regard. Different areas of the map. Good reaction from Edward. Rops gets 1 more. He's still in position, but Electronic shuts it down. It's on to Simple. Oscar's the one with the kid. Oscar's the one with the kid. Oh, and he spars Simple midair, but I don't know that there's time.
Yeah, it's going to go off. Bomb's going off.
We cut away too soon, but the cheers let you know. Navi got it. The headsets came off for good reason. It's 16-12. Navi get away just in time.
That could be their entry to the grand final. With that map alone, they've already destroyed mousesports on Nuke, and somehow they've overcome Mirage map. I don't know how that's happened, but it's absolutely unbelievable. The Simple can keep posting 30 bombs every single map. I've never seen anyone like it.
Stunned.
He knows what's about to happen here. That was their map. Mirage is their stomping ground, and they dropped the ball there. They bottled it.
Oscar, don't you dare pick up that auto shotgun. You showed yesterday you can get aces on a rifle. It might be better suited to let that one go for the sake of the finals. This is going to be epic. Navi, you're right. That map alone, in stealing that away, could have done it. Yeah, they look dejected. I think they know exactly what this means.
That was theirs. They absolutely counter Navi there, but they couldn't get the money going.
And Navi in the veto as well. Remember, they played chicken with them. They left Nuke and they left Dust too. They said, "Go ahead, take your pick, boys."
Yeah. Mate, what a game that was. I can't believe that Navi actually managed to overcome mousesports on that particular map. It felt like a death sentence.
Yep.
You've already got battered on Inferno. None of your players turn up on your pick, and you go into Mirage, a complete counter, only because you have to veto cash by default. You have to, you just don't play it. So you get bullied onto Mirage, but somehow they've done it. Simple with 30 kills again, but I have to give a shout out to Electronic as well. What an amazing performance by him. Sensational scenes.
Yeah, it's almost come to the point now where, you know, we expect so much from Simple that we have to shout out the second best, because without a second best, there isn't a chance.
Just congratulations for keeping up on that pace. You know, when someone's with Simple, they can be world beaters.
Well, with that said, they have one more map separating them from a final. As always on the stage, we're going the distance in a series. We're going to take a break.